guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So I've done this type of video twice before and I thought I would do a part 3 to me reacting to weird, rude, odd piercing related comments that you all have heard before. I enjoy doing this type of video just because it's something a little bit silly and it's just kind of like you're left going, what? So I just thought I would do a part 3. And if you're interested in seeing a part 4, leave any weird, rude, odd, any kind of out of the ordinary comments that you've heard before regarding your piercings, leave them in the comments below. Now, because of the nature of this type of video, all usernames are going to be left out, even if they're ones that were left on the last video that I did. I'm just gonna leave out usernames just because you never know if someone's family member is watching. I don't know why they would be if they're making weird comments. I don't need anyone to get in trouble for sharing these comments with us. So everyone's username is gonna be not included. So let's go ahead and kick this off. My dad always says, don't you have enough holes in your head? Or it's more trouble than it's worth. I only have 6. That comment always gets me. I've heard the don't you have enough before. I don't think I've ever heard the it's more trouble than it's worth, though I'm kind of surprised that I haven't. But I've definitely heard the don't you have enough. Like, no, I don't. My coworker recently got a message. I bet you do because with all your piercings, you must not mind pain. This comment was from a stranger. Those comments, it doesn't matter if you know the person or not. What makes you think it's okay to say something like that? Also, the correlation, what? I'm trying to see where piercings and connect. I'm Jewish and some family members in Israel commented to me, you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery with all your piercings and tattoos. I'm not religious anyway, so I don't care. I always am interested in these types of comments where it's like, you know, you're not supposed to like face your body. What is the main one that will sometimes get pulled out? Your body is a temple. Have you seen a temple? They're usually decorated. One of my favorite parts of like going to specific churches, like, is to look at stained glass. That's a decoration in a church. Like, this temple is decorated. I had a boyfriend that wanted to stick his thing inside my stretched ears. I guess my question is, how large did you stretch your ears to? Because if they're only stretched as much as mine are, yikes. The things that go through people's minds. Also, I'm going to assume with the I had, this is past tense and this is now an X because yikes. I got asked why you have to get those rivets in your ears. Are you trying to look like Frankenstein's monster? That's definitely an interesting one. At least that one's unique. I don't think I've heard that one before. That's at least creative. I'll give the person that. That's at least creative. Weird, but creative. Had an acquaintance say anyone with a nose ring is just admitting that their fursona is a cow. No? Otherwise, there are a lot of cow fursonas out there. A lot. And is it any kind of nose ring? Because usually the cow comments come with the septum. But if you're just talking about nose rings in general, that just opens it up to a whole bunch of other people. Also, excuse you, if I had a fursona, it'd be like a red panda or something. Get it right? Just kidding, I don't have a fursona. I was wearing a faux septum ring to see how I felt about it. Mom made it very clear that she didn't like it by acting grossed out and squeamish about the idea of a needle going through there. She's had her belly pierced for years. Spare me the manipulation. I know you just don't want me to get it done because you don't like how it looks. All about you. Yeah, that's a rough one. You know, it's one thing if you get these types of comments from people who don't have any kind of piercings, unless it's just like your traditional lobes. But when it comes from someone who has more than just their lobes pierced, it's just kind of like, okay, I get that it's not your thing. Totally get that, and that's fine. That doesn't necessarily mean that's not my thing, and I don't appreciate you trying to tell me or convince me otherwise. And at that point, you just go out and get it done. Be like, what do you think? I guess it was honest confusion on the jewelry, but in regards to my snake bites, how does that work? Is it like through your lip? I guess if you don't know anything about piercings and you just see jewelry randomly on your face, I guess the confusion can set in there and you can be like, wait, how's that actually on your face? Did it like go through there? And it's like, yeah. It definitely did. So I guess if you're just not like well versed in piercings, it's just kind of like, how did that happen? Easily. They grabbed my lip and they shoved a needle through it. Comments like that are harmless. It's just kind of like, baby, you're confused. My boyfriend once said to me, you're not the type of girl who gets piercings, but his ex is, despite me having 8 piercings at the time. He also said before that if I were to get certain piercings, he would leave me, but soon changed his tune after I pointed out that I had piercings before him and I'll have them after him too. This kind of comment makes me feel gross. Like, those types of comments are a little manipulative. Like, oh, you're not the type of person to get this. Who are you trying to tell me who I am and who I'm not? I don't care if we're in a relationship. I'll do whatever I want. It's me. It's not you, it's me. So comments like that just kind of, ugh, they don't leave me feeling positively. And also to go into the, oh, if you get like this kind of piercing or this kind of piercing, like, we're done. Okay, bye. That's an easier said than done thing to be like, a peace, you know, because when you're in that situation, it's just kind of like, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't do it. But it's just keep in mind that it's your body. You do whatever the heck you want with it. No one else. Doesn't matter if they're family, if they're friends, if they're a loved one. It's your body. You do what you want, not what others want. I was told I was too old now that I have kids. I'm only 36. I want to get my philtrum pierced, but I'm nervous because of work. The nurse I work with is the one who made the comment. And at that point, you go get your philtrum pierced, you walk into work, and you're like, hi. There's 2 components to tackle here. The one, you're too old because you have kids, and the other, you're a certain age. You are never too old for piercings or tattoos or body mods in general or anything you want to do. You're never too old. Again, not gonna say my mom's age, but my mom is older. And she and I are sitting here talking about how she's gonna go get her septum pierced this summer. She ain't too old. No one is too old to do what they want. Now then, to tack it on with the you're too old because you have kids, again, you are never too old. Don't let anyone persuade you with that comment. That's gross. That's gross for someone to say that. I've been called a pincushion so many times, and my boyfriend's best friend made a sexual comment when I got my tongue pierced. The pincushion one is just so generic, and it's like, please come up with new content. Please come up with something different. No, can't? Okay, great. Keep your mouth shut. But the unwarranted comments. People making these types of comments regarding specific piercings are dumb. I don't know any other way to put it. I guess maybe just uninformed is a nicer way to put it, but it's still gross, and it's a stereotype regarding specific piercings, like with tongue piercings. There is this really weird stereotype that you get it for these specific reasons. Or maybe you just get it because you like it. What a concept. You got something because you wanted it, not because you were planning to use it for something. I mean, if that's what you did it for, first of all, who cares? Second of all, no one needs to make a comment about it. Third of all, you do you. The certain stereotypes that come along with specific piercings. It's like with nipple piercings. Nipple piercings also get this weird stereotype. Below the belt ones get a weird, and there's a lot of them, that's why I'm saying below the belt ones get a weird stereotype. Maybe people just get them because they want them. What a concept. My uncle told me I had too many piercings and should take them out. I had 4 at the time and now I have 19. And that's how you take unwarranted advice and run with it. Love that. Someone asked me if I was a little too old to get these piercings, that it was a midlife crisis thing. The saying you're too old to do something really rubs me the wrong way. You're never too old to do something. Never. Don't care if you're 93 years old and you're like, I wanna get my nostril pierced. Go for it. If that's what you want, go for it. My mom always gets disappointed when I want body mods and asks why I want them so bad, and every time I'm just telling her that with each piercing I feel more myself, and I'm sure once I've got tattoos I'll feel even more myself. See, that's something I relate to that so much, especially with tattoos. So I totally get like feeling more yourself when you have these body mods. Like, it's like, this is what I'm supposed to have. So I totally feel you on that. Just stop now. There are much better ways to spend your money. Like, I didn't ask for your opinion, parents. My dad especially thinks he's so clever. Yeah, that's another thing. Just stop now while you're ahead. Don't you want to spend your money on other things? Not really. Also, it's my money. I can spend it however I feel like it. Same with you. You can spend your money however you feel like it. I have a good number of tattoos and my lobes double pierced, plus a helix and rook on my left ear. My uncle made the comment, if we wanted to see freaks back in the day, you'd go to the circus. Now they're just walking out and about. Your uncle sounds like a fun person to be around. Again, more unwanted opinions and thoughts. It's like, you should have just kept those opinions to yourself, bruh. In my opinion, the freaks are the ones with those disgusting viewpoints. Just saying. I had an ear infection and I went to the dentist while I had it. He asked if it was because of my conch. Like, no, I just forgot to take allergy medicine. My conch didn't give me an ear infection. It's a weird comment to make. I guess in a way I can kind of see a correlation just because the piercing is in your ear, but like, no. I'll just never look at your face again. All over a nostril piercing. Be like, cool. Your loss. Be like, great, I didn't want you to look at my face anyway. People asking if I knew I had bits of metal in my ear. Had no clue. Absolutely no idea. Thank you for enlightening me to the fact that I've got all this metal in my ear. Way before COVID, I had a stranger touch my nose ring and ask if they could have it. I don't even know how to process that one. Ew? I think that one just broke me. I don't know how to respond to that one. Like, how did you respond to that one? That's weird. That's weird. Even pre-COVID, that's weird. How could you? I raised you with principles. Love the guilt trip comments from family members or just loved ones in general or friends. The guilt trip comments are just, so good. You're like, you also raised me to have a mind of my own. Thanks. You can't or shouldn't have those piercings because you're a mother of 3. Again, with the whole, oh, you're a mom. Oh, you have kids. You shouldn't have that. Why not? I'm actually genuinely curious, the argument for that. Just because someone has children, why shouldn't they have piercings or tattoos? Why? Can you even hear anything with those piercings? Yep, I can hear loud and clear. Well, you was the perfect daughter. Like, so sorry I shattered that for you. Except I'm not sorry. These guilt trip comments just gross me out. Ever since I got my first face piercing, my mom keeps asking if I'm going to pierce my butt at that rate. Ah, yes, the infamous butt piercing. You know, you can either get your tailbone pierced. That one's a little bit more difficult, a little less to work with down there, but you could also get your butt cheeks done, you know? Everyone's lining up for that. You'd be more attractive without all that metal in your body. I love those comments because first of all, attractiveness varies person to person. What you find attractive may not be attractive to me, and what's attractive to me may not be attractive to you. Shocker, we all think differently. Wow. I forgot you had your nose pierced. I liked it more when your mask covered it up. Ooh, we're gonna start getting the post-COVID comments, guys. I didn't even think about that. That's something that I didn't even consider. Post-COVID comments. Those are gonna be fun. They're gonna be a blast, aren't they? Forgot you had your nose pierced, liked it more when your mask covered it up. Be like, I liked it when you wore a mask too, because then I didn't have to see all that. What do you mean that? Your face. My grandma told me that she didn't like them in a kind of rude way. And those are the ones that kind of hurt because they're your family members and they're saying like, I don't like them. And it does hurt because they're your loved ones and you want them to appreciate who you are. Believe me, I get it. My grandparents are not fans of tattoos and piercings, which is why I always have to cover up and change out my piercings to retainers, cover up my tattoos. They're the only 2 people that I will do it for. Don't care about anyone else, but because they are my grandparents, I love them dearly and I just don't want to rock the boat. So when you hear comments like that from loved ones, it does hurt. And I don't understand why people do it because I'm pretty sure they know it hurts. When people know I'm engaged, what about your wedding photos? I'll look like a badass bride. That's something that I've been asked too. Is like, oh, well, what are you gonna do with that for your wedding photos? Leave them in, maybe change out the jewelry so they're extra sparkly. I don't know. My ex said, take it out or we're over. And in that case, you say, bye. Now there's a hole in your ear. Oh my God, really? Oh my God, I had no idea. You have a lot of piercings must mean you like pain in bed, right? Again, with these idea that they're connected to enjoying pain. Be like, I like the piercing. I didn't say I liked the process of getting it done. I just like how it looks. Oh, some people are so gross. My dad always said that nose piercings are for ugly girls. Have fun having an ugly daughter. I really kind of hope that's what you responded with because that was perfect. I got told that if I kept getting piercings, I'd start to resemble Swiss cheese. I love those comments. What was it last time? The strainer, the pasta strainers? Love those comments because then you can just follow it up with be like, great, I love cheese or something silly like that. Just because their comment sounds silly and then you can follow it up with something silly and they're sitting there going like, what? And it's like, exactly. Septum piercing makes me look like a caveman. That's a new one. Have not heard that one. Usually I just hear the cow ones. And the last one that we have is, I've been told to take out my piercings in front of the kids because I'm a bad influence. You know what? I don't know about y'all, but I enjoy being a bad influence. Also, depending on how many piercings you have, that's a lot to ask for. And I don't think some people realize that if you take a piercing out, like it can close up within a matter of minutes. So like, no. First of all, your request is silly. Second of all, no. All right, there are definitely some real gems this time around. I love doing these reaction type videos. If you'd like to see a part 4, leave any weird, rude, odd comments that you've heard before in the comments below. They're just so much fun. Special thank you to my patrons. You can help support the channel on Patreon while having access to videos early, viewing patron-only content, and more. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Going down there and hit that subscribe button, wherever it may be, because I don't know. Even though I do, this is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys.